Always valued. We now move over to South Asia for our next story, where in Bangladesh, International Crimes Tribunal initiates in absentia proceedings against former Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina, accusing her of crimes against humanity related to last year's brutal crackdown on student-led protests. In his opening statement, Chief Prosecutor Tajul Islam, appointed by the interim government, describes Hasina as the nucleus of all crimes and calls for the harshest punishment under the law. The case also implicates Hasina's close associates, former Home Minister Asaduzzaman Khan Kamal and ex-police chief Chowdhury Abdullah Al Mamun as a co-conspirator. Central to the charges are allegations of state-directed killings and torture during the July to August 2024 protests led by the students against discrimination. While Hasina and Kamal are tried in absentia, Mamun is currently in custody and agrees to testify as an approver in the case. Hasina fled Bangladesh on August the 5th of last year amid rising unrests and now resides in India. We're now joined by Prashant Kumar Shil, who's a political commentator. He joins us live from Dhaka in Bangladesh. Thank you very much for joining us, Prashant, on the program. This has been a long process, Prashant. What can you tell us about these recent developments?
Yes, you know that it's depend on the law actually. You know that the law is the Supreme Court and also the appellate divisions and also the lower court. That is a huge process from one if you just make a death sentence. Okay, so it's a long process, and you know that already you know that the Tajul Islam from the chief prosecutor from our interim government, he can already mention from the July and August of his staying from Bangladesh, and he mentioned that there is 1,400 people, mass people killing through from our ex Prime Minister from Sheikh Hasina and Asaduzzaman Khan, and also the former chief of the police. So all of that Abdullah Mamun. So all of they can mention that they are the victims, but and done the casualties. But in the reality, in sense, you see that from in Bangladesh and process that is used actually. This is my observation. That all the cases that is in more than 2,000, 3,000 people are convicted for that. So it's very tough to negative scrutiny for that kind of case, because take a proper actions and proper investigations and prosecution at all here. So my observation from that is some pressure from the protest from who are the activists from July and August activists. You know that the last year from this time from out-of-state Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina, he came from just fled into India, and also talk about the Asaduzzaman Khan. He is also not from here, from Bangladesh. He is from abroad here. So two are the people are not in here. Only one person is here, the former police chief is Abdullah Mamun. But Abdullah Mamun, he can just accept it, mention the quote that and what the happening for that time. He is not from. He can just prove from himself that he is not great acquainted for that. He mentioned that all of the come from all the information, all the order come from the ex-Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina's office. So that is in very actually all of the happening. You know that from some several office and several thinking, and also that's the positions you can talk about how you can just from that kind of legal actions between Sheikh Hasina and others. So this is a process, long process, and also if this is the question for if you maintain the accuracy standard of the Sheikh Hasinas and other victims. So that's the one kind of thing, and victims and also who is acquainted from this case. So from my observation, from this is a mass killing and from mentioned from our government and the interim government, but it's very tough to proof actually because there's some evidence are happening, but why at that revolution is come and then the convicted
Yes.
are not from here. So all are the very hospitable issues, and we cannot determine yet what is happening and what is the next what the court can decide it on here.
Yes, Prashant Kumar Shil, thank you very much for joining us here on NewsX World, and thank you for bringing so much insight to that topic. Now we move